because I was away all weekend, so I didn't get to see much of the game. So I assumed by that email that you guys lost, and then I was like, wait, but huh? So
Oh, no, 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 no. That was simply the fact that I was very drunk and
oh, okay.
celebrating at a bar after the win.
So it was
And
like a nanner San Jose.
yeah, that's definitely.
I'm going to stop sending emails to you guys if I know that we're just going to read any drunk things that I sent out to you guys over the air here.
I'm gonna go ahead and put my my vote behind that. That was the private email, Ian. How dare you air my dirty laundry on this podcast? No, I have no.
Send me some life insurance documents, and there were some very revealing details in there.
No, I think that the scoreline was generous to San Jose, and it's because for me, John Bush was man of the match. I mean, he, despite getting a ridiculous wonder goal scored against him early in the game, it did not demoralize him for more than 30 seconds, where he produced maybe my favorite soccer gif since the Landon sunglasses. Tell me you guys have seen John Bush's reaction face.
The face?
Oh God, it's glorious, and it's not because it's San Jose, and it's not because anything. It's just that's such an amazing moment to be captured.
John Bush's face is pretty hilarious.
But right after that, he just goes on to have an absolutely lights out night. He made some fantastic saves, and I know possession is not everything, but from both a statistical and from an eye test, the Sounders dominated the majority of that game without actually scoring, and it was a good game for us, but not a spectacular one. There was definitely some opportunities that were missed and some great saves by John. I don't know how much there is to talk about that game. We're kind of in the same spot where we're finding out how good the Sounders will be missing Yedlin, Dempsey, and Evans, at least for the short term. I think a lot of people are expecting that Yedlin at minimum, and maybe even Evans. I've been reading more and more with Timmy Chandler getting brought in that people are thinking Evans might not make it either. So we might be shorthanded for less time than expected. But I don't know. I don't think there was a lot to be gained from this game. Playing in Seattle is going to be a hard task every time. San Jose was absolutely depleted. I don't know if you guys know, but they traveled with 16. They didn't put out a full 18. They had 16 people on their team for that game.
When I do that on FIFA, it makes me forfeit. So what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm sorry that MLS doesn't follow video game rules, but unfortunately that's the case.
You can't win them all. Unless you adjust the sliders, then it's really easy to win them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of my take on that. I don't know if you guys saw anything I didn't see. It wasn't a super controversial game. I think my favorite statistic to come out of that game was, with all of those main people from San Jose missing, we suffered the least fouls this year, with only 4 fouls called against us playing against San Jose. That's just shocking to me. But
wait, so San Jose only committed 4 fouls, or you guys only committed 4 fouls?
San Jose only committed 4 fouls.
San Jose was so worn out that they were only able to muster.
They were also missing all of their best foulers. All of the guys that are known for being heavy hitters.
They're only missing Chris Wando and Clarence Goodson. Or were they also missing Lenhart, too?
Oh, they were missing Lenhart, Gordon, Bernardez.
That's right, Bernardez is gone, too. I forgot about him.
Bernardez is gone. Shea Salinas was out on suspension. Yeah, it was definitely it was a short game for them.
All right, let's go ahead and wrap it up there for the matches. We are going to get over to an interview here with Jeff Ross. We'll get right to that.
Okay.
Pause there.
1 second.
We can figure this all out.
Hold on, everybody.
We are holding.
Yeah, what should I do? Headphones? I feel like everyone's doing headphones.
Headphones are probably best.
Probably best. Okay.
I'm gonna feel left out though.
All right, hold on, America.
Chris is just a rebel.
Yeah.
Do it again.
All right, let's see if that's any better. Can you guys still hear me?
I can.
You're golden.
Okay, cool. Hey guys, how are you?
Very
Not
good.
much.
No, what? How's
Sleep.
I haven't talked to you in a while. How have you been?
How have I been?
Yeah. Now, so how do you want to do like a straightforward interview, or how do you want to? What do you want to do here?
Hey man, I'm here for the ride. So whatever makes sense for you guys. If you want to do something straightforward, we can do that. If you have some kind of bit in mind, we can do that as well. Yeah, you let me know.
Well, Chris is our resident comedian, so the bit thing is on him. I'm pretty unfunny myself.
So
Okay.
if you wanted to do like a fake interview, we could do that, or we could just talk like regular.
Let's just chat. We'll have a chit chat. We'll do
Okay.
that.
Let's go for it. Okay. So this whole thing just kind of records over to YouTube, and then we'll just cut this part out where we're chatting about chatting, and then
No. Let's leave that. People need to know.
the headphone bit was gold, by the way.
Oh, they love that bit.
All right. So yeah, let's jump into it. Jeff Ross, that's your name, right? Because that's what I just said.
Yeah, that is my name. It's not a stage name, believe it or not. That's the one they gave me when I showed up.
What? Okay, fine. I'm fine.
You're not going to argue that?
I don't have much leeway to, but it's whatever. All right.
So you said that you aren't given such a great name.
A little bit, but I'll get over it.
It comes down to the spelling. I know it was mentioned in the thread where Jeff posted his video, but as a non-person named Jeff, or that doesn't sound right, as a non-Jeff named person, I appreciate that spelling. It's different and fun and creative.
I think it's lucky that you had a different spelling than the other Jeff Ross comedian.
I would say so. I think I won that particular battle against him. It's been lifelong, but I played a win.
All right, good. We're going to start the real interview.
Oh, that wasn't it? Because I thought we were all set.
I'm definitely keeping that stuff in there.
Ow. I like the idea of keeping in the pieces of talking about what it is that we're going to keep in or not keep in.
That's good stuff.
Randomly throughout the other pieces also to make it make a little less sense.
Okay.
All right. We are here with, I think, the world famous Jeff Ross. Would you say world famous?
I have ambitions for worldwide fame, so I will take that.
So anybody, this is based on the MLS subreddit. We're explaining the podcast to Jeff as we do this interview here. Where your video went up this past week,
A couple of people liked it.
Your talents to MLS for an upcoming job. What piqued your interest in that? Have you been a fan of the MLS going into this?
Oh yeah. This wasn't some random. I was on Career Builder and just decided to go and make a video. I've been a fan of the league for quite some time now, several years now, and I've been looking actually for an opportunity that would make sense, for me in the league. And I only know how to do like 2 or 3 things, so there's limits to that. What it is that I can and can't do. And then one day I noticed they had an opening. They had an opening for an on-air talent position. But they didn't have any place to prove it, to put a video or something, and something about that ate at me because I felt I could write that I could do this, but no one would believe it. I don't have something that would show oh, this is the thing that he can do. So I decided I'll just make a video and hope I can somehow get their attention.
So you've gotten a little bit of traction, amongst some MLS fans out there. Have you gotten any traction with MLS proper? Have you heard anything back yet?
Believe it or not, yes. I did. I got an email from them the same day that the video came out, and they said that they thought it was funny, they thought they were entertained, and they're like, oh, we'd love to chat, which sounds fantastic to me. So I responded to their email. I also left them a voicemail, and I haven't heard back. It's been almost a week.
Do you think that it was a little too needy to leave both the voicemail and the email? Do you think they were hoping you were playing hard to get a little more?
I hope that wasn't the plan. But let's hope I didn't ruin it by having genuine interest in the job.
You got to treat this as much like a relationship as possible. I think you
Yeah,
really
I mean, it's like, so many MLS fans are up in Cascadia where they're all a bunch of hipsters, and so, it's all about not seeming like you want it. Yeah, seeming like you don't care, but actually, yeah, exactly.
So I think the best course of action will be to release a second video just burning the MLS here. Just burn the whole thing to the ground.
Well,
that's what this interview's for, actually.
This is what this interview's for? This is going to be my whole...
We're really trying to prod you into it.
Oh my goodness. There is a tentative plan for a sequel video. We will see if I can pull this thing off, but it's fairly ambitious, so we'll see if it all comes to fruition.
I wonder if the credit for you getting an email the same day goes to friend of the show, armchair analyst Matt Doyle. I know he made comments on your thread that he was going to send it to the right people. I'm not sure how familiar you are with the subreddit itself. I know you're a fan of the league, but Matt's a pretty big name and is actually employed by the league, so I'd be willing to bet that he made the comment that he sent it to the right people, so maybe we need to pull a couple strings and get him to get that second look on that video, huh?
We've talked to him at least once.
At least once.
At least one time. At least one time. No, I did see that on the thread that he had reached out, which is great. That's fantastic that anybody would have reached out. It was greatly appreciated. They got back to me within 2 hours of the video being uploaded. So I'd have to double check of when Matt made that comment, but they may have gotten back to me before he even mentioned that. I'm not sure.
Wow.
I don't know. They got back very quickly, which I have a lot of questions about how.
Well, I think you have a good plan of attack. You hit them with the Reddit video. Next, you're going to come on our podcast, so you're going to get the /MLS bump, which is tens of listeners at least. So
bare minimum 10.
Sometimes I feel I even get an extra upvote or two just because I'm on the podcast.
That's something, right?
So what would be when you're looking for a job, being I guess a personality with MLS, what's your dream role there? What would you envision if you were to just able to make up your position? What would you look to do there?
If I could make it up, oh my goodness! Well, I should always be put in charge of everything. Yeah. If I were to make it up, I would actually.
So you'd be the commissioner? You take down the
You don't want me running the league at all. I could make terrible decisions.
Hey, would you at least make allocation money transparent?
I would make those rules very clear. It would at least be understandable what the rules are.
Watch out,
there's always been. Well, we don't need to get into it. Maybe I shouldn't hyper criticize.
No, this is a no holds barred. Everybody swears podcast.
Everybody, just 100%.
Everybody.
Yeah. We earn that explicit tag week after week.
We started this about 1 week ago, by the way. So dream MLS job, lay it on us.
Well, what it would be very similar to what they do on Kick TV. I could see myself putting together a lot of humorous segments and a lot of promo material for big matches, like matches of the week. I know they've been doing streams of the week lately, and I was reading about their upcoming TV deal, which is fantastic that they have a new TV deal. But it seems that there's going to be more of a focus on this is the match of the week. This is really the one to watch. And I feel like I could bring something very interesting to promoting those types of things. Also, I want to be that person, and I don't feel that they have this right now, who is the voice of the fan, who is the person who is in the stands, who's the person who pays $9 for beer at these events. I could be at least the representation of that person. That's what I would do if I was the one to structure it. Now, is that what they want from the job? I have no idea because they haven't returned my email.
Please return my call.
That's all.
It's funny that you say that. Kick TV is exactly the role that I pictured you in, after seeing that video. Did you edit that yourself as well? Was the whole video package you? Did you have help on that? How did that work?
Yeah, so the video was, written by me, edited by me, shot by me, and that's why it looks terrible. So I did all of those pieces. The thing that I had help with was my friend Pat Cartelli is the person who did the graphic design for that poster you see at the end, which is like me as a kid playing soccer, and it has the why nots, like all of that was him. And he did a phenomenal job because I'm terrible at graphic design. I definitely needed assistance with that. But when it came to the video work itself, that was all me.
That's great. It was pretty. I mean, it looks clear. I mean, looking at you right now, it looks pretty clear.
This is the part of the podcast where we get weird. I was snooping around the back of your room there, and
there's nothing better than an audio podcast talking about the visual elements. That's my favorite.
Oh yeah, that's what people tune in to hear.
Have you guys look at this though?
Oh my God, that's so beautiful.
I know. Is it safe to assume? Are you a New York Red Bull fan? Where's your affiliation lie there now?
Let's go ahead and alienate as many
people as humanly possible. Oh wow! I actually.
What's your favorite team, and why is it Manchester United?
It's not Manchester United, which is going to offend all the people who are Manchester United fans.
Why do you hate the north of England?
It's a long and storied history between me and the north of England. I can't get into it right now. Mostly that I've never been there. That's the big issue that I have with them. I am actually, and it makes no sense, I'm actually an LA Galaxy fan, even though I'm not from Los Angeles.
Oh, like a fair weather bandwagon type thing?
No, because it was the first game I went to. The first MLS game I went to was an LA Galaxy home game versus the Seattle Sounders. The Sounders were destroyed in that game. It was 4-0. 4-0. The Sounders. This was back when Freddie Lundberg played for the Sounders, so it's been a couple of years. But I had so much fun at that game. I'm like, oh, this is the thing. This is the thing I'm going to be into. So that's why that became my team moving forward. Even though I lived in New York at the time, but I was in Los Angeles at that particular moment when that happened.
Now, do you think they'll be able to trick you into being an NYC FC fan, or are you going to stick it out with the Galaxy? You got some options?
Trick me. They could trick me. It is possible to be tricked. I will give NYC FC this credit. In New York, right now, for